right? And I've got all this oil coming out. Just a few more dollars. Welcome folks, welcome back to another show with just a few dollars and myself, Mike. I've just bought some of this Aerostart, and I know the spark plugs have got spark on them, so there's no reason why it shouldn't fire. Because I haven't got three hands to do it, I'll just open the throttle body. I've taken the air intake out, I'm just cleaning it. Spray bit in here. Oh geez, I jammed it in. And then I've got my contacts here, so it should start. I've got no exhaust on it, so it's going to be loud. So, yeah, I don't know how to hold the throttle body open without, maybe I'll jam something in there. I've got a mechanic coming. What I need to do is try and start it, and he's going to help me and he's going to scan the thing, but I just wanted to test if it started with this. But let's see. Hang on. I know there's fuel getting to the rails, you can hear it. I'll tell you what I've done first. I've changed the fuel pump, the fuel tank. Check there's fuel coming out of the fuel filter, which is underneath, and it's coming out heaps. But up here, I don't know where to, they're all crimped lines.
Yeah, you need a tool to get them off.
Yeah.
Don't know if I've got the tool with me.
No, we don't need it at the moment.
Yep.
Yeah, so it doesn't turn over on the key.
Yep.
Right, so pull that one out and I just bridge it across. And I had that off there, and I just put Aerostart in there, and it fires. I've got the exhaust.
On his Aerostart.
Yeah.
So yeah, we've got that,
Update on the car. We think the pressure regulator, which is the fuel regulator, the return, is not working, so it needs to get replaced, and you need a special tool for that. So we'll buy a tool tomorrow. The other thing on the relay, there's an earth that activates or energizes it. When you switch the key on, well, that wire wasn't working, so it just goes to earth. Got Jason here, he's rewiring that. It's going in the right direction anyway. Old battle axe Buick, you know. Time for a break, folks. Just going to Macca's for a 50-cent cone ice cream. $200 metres, Macca's from the house. How good we got it. Bought a pressure regulator yesterday, a second-hand one, because very difficult to find. I have the Bosch number. It says in the back of these are made in Germany, and it says if you have any oil coming out of the vacuum line, that means the engine could be flooded with petrol leaking through the regulator into the vacuum area. Well, the petrol's only supposed to go through here into there with an O-ring on, of course, and that's just vacuum line, right? And I've got all this oil coming out. And so I put it on. Unfortunately, it's not starting it. Charging the battery up again. I'll try again tomorrow. Folks, it didn't cure it. So where it stumps here. So we've had it really starting on aero start, and it really fires up. So we've just got to get the injectors to pulse. So it could be crank angle sensor or cam angle sensor. I'm buying those tonight. We've got to solve this problem once and for all, folks. Another 34-degree day, folks. So we're inside ordering a few parts. I think these parts, I just want to change a few parts over on the car to help me help it. That's a crank angle sensor and that's a cam sensor, so I'm going to change those over. So that's double that, so it's going to be about $50, I would say, delivered. So I might as well order them now and just keep upgrading the car until it's really like new. This is a center muffler. It's got the date on it, the 9th for the 19th. So it's not that old. It's not like the age of the car. SWD, whatever that is. And see, it's got that, the muffler, and it's got that, a flat section here needs clearance. See that? They put that in there. So I'm going to clean that one up. I've got some paint here, black paint. And also, if you want to have a look over here, starting to get pretty immaculate under here. Look how clean it is. And then this chamber here, I pulled that off. It's got an O-ring on there, O-ring on that one. And then this is just air intake. This is all it is. See those chambers? This was black, total black. And then the one from your fuel vacuum to your fuel pressure regulator is that hole, and the other hole goes somewhere else, and this one goes to your brakes. So the brakes need vacuum, creates a vacuum in there, and it sucks fuel in, sucks the air in. A point of interest is this tag here. I put the headlight out because the top parking light or whatever thing was loose. So this is a body tag that says 667 matches the VIN number on there. So this has originally come with the car. So if you want to know if this side was ever smashed up, I'm not sure if this side's got one or not. No, this side doesn't have one, but this tells us that came with the car. Just point of interest. All right, so just going for a break, and we're driving through the interior of the state of Victoria, and we're going to a place called Bendigo. Bendigo's got 120,000 people, thriving, beautiful town, and we will see what we can do there. Adventure. I think we're going to go for a gold mining tour and go to a few shops, and should be nice. At the moment, today's only going to be 24, and we're right in a trough at the moment, and then we're going to get 4 days in the mid-30s. So that's why we're taking advantage of it. Life in the bush, guys. We're just driving this Toyota Yaris and coming down here. We're only sitting on about 80 Ks. And a mother and a Joey decide to run across the road. Normally they sleep during the day and they're nocturnal. They eat grass at night, and this one decided to run straight across the road. No warning, and it hit the passenger door. You see it's caved in there and there. Pushed the door in. The door still works. Mate, it hit it loud. The kangaroo there is dead. Is not. Just show the kangaroo a little bit. There it is there, and it can impact you, you know. I know there's millions and millions of them. There'll be more and more, so we have to be careful. That's why a lot of people have rhubars and bars all across their thing. Anyway. Right, there's a salvage yard just down the right here, We're in Denali. Denali salvage yard, 700 metres. 700 metres is almost a kilometre, so it's not here. Don't know what's behind that big fence. So it's not a salvage yard for cars. It's salvage signs, roofing, bricks, steel, trusses, clip lock, pipe, angle. So it's not cars. Anyway, that's all right. Oh, this here, it says there, this was the Cairns Reef mine in 1933. This is where they had a mine here. Probably this big building. This is gold country. Demolition and salvage yard, yeah, so they demolish things. And he sells bricks. See there? You want to build a house? So his bricks are ready to go. Just arrived at Bendigo. Just looking around. There's a big canal there, so the place can't flood. And then here's the sign, Central Deborah Gold Mine in Bendigo. And right at the gold mine, he said the pop had head up there. This mine goes 1.4 kilometres down. 1.5 kilometres down. Quartz reefs they were chasing, and this mine operated for 103 years. Closed up in 1954. And also here's the tram, vintage talking tram. So, and this takes you into the city, this tram. So much to do in Bendigo. What's the next tour for the above the ground one?
The above ground's any time you like, it's an all day thing.
Okay, I'll have two of those.
Yeah.
And see those lines there? That's a quartz reef, and they will jack that out. That's where the gold is. And they pick that out, and here's the cold cart that this guy used to push. Right. Would have been tough going underground. Well, if there's any gold in there, it'll be down the bottom.
That's the theory.
Yeah, it's no at the bottom of this thing. All right, let's dig deep. I think it's long gone. 1952, a 3-year-old Ford utility costs $685. Basic wage, £11. So it'd take a while to pay off. A men's suit, £10. 3-piece lounge suite, £79. Weatherboard house, $1,200, and ladies' shoes, £2.08. And this mine finished in 1954, but the one out of town, 25 kilometres, looks like it started in 1990, and it's called Fosterville, and they've just got out of the mine 4 million ounces at the end of 2023. So very profitable, of course. Pays the bills and money for the toys. Lancel big blue battery like this one. This guy had rows and rows and rows of them, and his name was George Lancel, Quartz King, one of the richest men in the world at the time. Just goes to show he knew how to do it. middle section, and I'm just giving it a buff with this wire wheel. The brown stuff's dirt, the dark brown and red, it's rust, but it doesn't matter. I'm just giving it a clean over so when they inspect the car, you know, it'll look clean underneath and they don't dig too deep. There's no rust under there anyway, it's an Ararat car. Yeah, there's the black one, I'll just use an engine enamel. So it's up to 550 Fahrenheit, so 288. Who knows, just here it doesn't get that red hot. I think that flange gets the hottest. I'm just going to clean it up. I'll just clean it up with Mepho, let it dry out first. You don't need primer. Primer's for wusses. Looks like I've got my briefcase. Going to work. Thanks for watching the show, folks, and I'm sorry about the kangaroo in it. These things happen, and the door of the Toyota Yaris took the full hit and protected my wife. Yeah.